secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Motion from the back. Give to the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Offense scoops it up and still going.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And I like the throw. I like him understanding I'm getting man coverage. The sideline is my friend. I can't miss inside where that guy's chasing him. Throws it right on the corner route. Great job. Get a nice positive gain.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Direct snap. He's in open space downfield. Past the first down marker and still running. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Back to throw, it's Robbins. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Bunch formation for these receivers. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Zings it complete to the right. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Finds a little space. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Here comes the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Dumps it off in the flats. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Bears are on the move. They'll send the back in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
The Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown Bears! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. And it's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive player.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Robbins. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains after the 34.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Now on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter really...
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. This is a designed run. Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. The 40.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Robbins. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the move. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Able to pick up a couple on 1st down, 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
And the Bears line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. On first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. Get it out on the screen. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships too.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Hendricks. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot. ever couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And that is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Gives it on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. powerhouse. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Start at the 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offense
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic? Well, we've got fast guys, too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After run, now throw. Snagged out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The give to the tailback. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Dropping back, it's Robbins. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Setting up the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Number 12, set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Running into the open space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And he does it again. He's showing you time and time again, man. This dude is just like a running back. And you see it in college football now, just having that guy at that spot, such an advantage. And you watch him there, just pulls the ball down, picks up yardage, and over 100 on the day now.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Motion from the back. The pitch to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Wants to go up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense putting points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to Jacksonville State. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Quick toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
The play action fake. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. At the 35, he's got room. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Calls his
tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Robbins. Shoots it to the left. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The give to the lone running back. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
And the Aggies are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And Offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
They booted away on fourth down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world, and the ball is free on the pitch.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. He makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment. No good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Bears are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Ace 27, John.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to escape and get it himself. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 21 over Old Dominion. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Finds his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were #1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season. And you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.